Hey there, it's Data on Trail coming back at you from my homestead, and with the second video in my series about gear/literature review and Christmas gift ideas. So now I'm going to review some of the kind of literature that I read and used in navigating the trail. So this is not so much inspirational like the first video, but more factual how-to kinds of books as I think about them. So this set of books, unlike my first set of sort of inspirational narratives, were more guidebooks and how-to books. So if you're looking to hike one of the trails that I've highlighted here, or some of these kinds of books are written about others, these are more like guidebooks or how to go out figuring out how to do your specific hike. For hard copy material in prepping, and sometimes some of it goes with me, I'm going to go from trails other than the Appalachian Trail first, and then on to the Appalachian Trail. So, I read Walking the Camino de Santiago by Chica and Sunset in order to think about someday hiking the Camino in Spain. And then I've read a couple of books on the Ice Age Trail that aren't narrative. So this is their guidebook to the Ice Age Trail, which details all the different sections of the trail with maps and highlights about where to camp and things like that. It's very helpful. And then they also make a thing they call an atlas, all published out of the Ice Age Trail Association, and you can buy these online. I'll also put a link in the description of this one. The atlas is more a series of maps and information about it, so they give very detailed maps at almost like a county level, like a 5-mile or so section level of the different areas you'll be hiking through and where there are road walks versus where there are trails and places to camp. And they also have a digital tracking sheet that lists every single segment and its distances and where it starts and all those kinds of things. Those are all available from the Ice Age Trail Association. And then for the Appalachian Trail, I use the National Geographic's guide, and then I use this combination of AWOL's original guide. Having read his narrative, as I said in the previous video, I also found his guidebook to be very helpful for its maps and its elevation guides and things like that, and its descriptions of what goes on in towns, what your options are for resupply and things like that. And then also, along with that, there are a set of foldable maps that are waterproof that outline sections of the trail that are roughly 100 miles long. And then there's a Thru Hiker's Companion published, I believe, by the ATC. I'm working off the 2022 version. They update it each year, but this is the official guidebook. And has really good information about its specific mile marker points and things like that. I also got the book on the hiking through the Great Smoky Mountains just because it had a little bit more detailed information about some of the sections of the Appalachian Trail that run through the Smokies. And then lastly, I have actually found it very useful as a guidebook that Sarah Jones Decker wrote a book, or really it's a picture book, of the Appalachian Trail, just the shelters. So it outlines each of the shelters, kind of how big they are and where they're located and whether or not they have water and bear food protection systems, and if they're great big ones like this one at the Quarry Gap Shelter, or more traditional older log cabin style things like the one at Quarry Run. And it has documented in the book each of the shelters on the trail as they stood just a couple of years ago. So